Rainbow Dash's eyes widened. She nearly dropped her phone.
Say that again?
She said.
I've got crabs.
Sunset Shimmer said, morosely on the other end of the line.
Oh, ouch? Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There was a pause.
So yeah, tell the girls I'm not coming to school today. I've gotta deal with this. No kidding. That totally sucks. Good luck with that.
Rainbow disconnected the call and shook her head, shoving her phone back in her pocket. The rest of the Rainbooms, plus Twilight Sparkle, looked at her expectantly from where they all stood on the front steps of Canterlot High School.
Well?
Pinkie Pie asked. Rainbow looked around, then leaned in close, beckoning the girls over. Once they had gathered in a huddle, she said,
Sunset's got crabs.
There was a long pause.
I'm sorry, I don't think I heard that quite right.
Rarity said.
Crabs. You know, crabs.
Another pause followed.
Ew!
Pinkie Pie said, pulling away in horror.
Oh my.
Fluttershy whispered, covering her mouth with her hand.
That's kind of way more info than I needed. I mean, if she can't come to school for, good reasons, that's one thing, but that's the kind of thing I really don't need to know about. Actually, it's absolutely the kind of thing we needed to know about.
Twilight said, adjusting her glasses.
Rainbow Dash, didn't you borrow a set of pajamas from her the other night? And didn't we all use her towels when we slept over at her apartment? Oh my god! I was in her bed!
Pinkie exclaimed, her eyes wide in horror.
Never mind the crabs! What if I was swallowing in stuff? Oh, ew, ew, ew! I need a black light! Does anybody have a black light? Pinkie, calm down. Can't calm down. Starting to itch.
Pinkie said, clawing through her hair with her fingers and squirming in place.
I got this.
She reached into Pinkie's hair and pulled out a cupcake and shoved it into Pinkie's mouth. Pinkie stopped squirming and clawing. She moaned through the cake and frosting. Chewing noisily, she swallowed, then seemed to melt in place.
Ah, you good? Yeah.
Pinkie shook herself.
Oh my gosh! We need to do something. Poor Sunset.
Rarity coughed.
I believe this, situation is best left to a medical professional and spoken of as little as possible.
She glanced at her phone.
Now I believe we should all get to class before the tardy bell. I wonder who she got him from.
Rainbow said, as the 6 girls walked up the steps into the building.
Hey, what if she got him from one of us?
Pinkie gasped. Applejack slapped her upside the head.
I'm pretty sure that ain't the case,
she said. Out of the view, at the base of the steps, Snips and Snails rose from behind the bush, with cigarettes they've been smoking, long forgotten and burned to ash, clear to the filter. They gave each other a devilish smirk.
Well, I just got off the phone with Sunset Shimmer,
Celestia said as Luna walked into her office. She pulled up Sunset's schedule on her computer, then began texting all her teachers.
She's going to be absent today.
She's not ill, I hope.
Celestia chewed the inside of her cheek.
Well, she seems to be the latest victim of teenage stupidity,
she said. Luna gasped.
She's not pregnant?
Celestia shook her head.
Nothing that severe. Just a little case of, well, crabs.
Gah!
Luna said, her face pale.
Well, that's unfortunate, but easily dealt with, if attended to in a timely manner. I remember when you had crabs.
Celestia glared at her.
And I remember the time you
So, I should start my rounds now.
Luna said loudly, clapping her hands with the force of a gunshot. She hurried out of Celestia's office, slamming the door behind her. Celestia smirked. The intercom light on her desk phone blinked silently, long since forgotten.
Huh! Trixie knew Sunset Shimmer was that kind of girl.
She wasn't back when we worked for her, eh?
Yeah, we tried so hard to get into her pants too.
Trixie raised an eyebrow.
Seriously?
The boys looked at each other and shrugged.
Why else would we put up with her crap for so long?
Because you're idiots.
Snail scratched his head.
Good point,
he said.
Can't argue with that.
Snips agreed. Trixie snorted.
In any case, this is news. The great and powerful Trixie simply must share with the entire school.
Dude, did you hear?
Hear what?
Sunset. And her crabs. Flash Century's guitar made a shrink sound.
Wait, what?
It's true. We heard it from a reliable source. Dude, you should totally get checked. You know, just in case. Flash frowned.
I broke up with Sunset over a year ago, and we never even did that. I don't buy it. She's probably just out with a cold or something.
Yeah, a butt cold.
That isn't even where... Do we even pay any attention in health class?
So, which one do you think she got him from?
Bonbon asked. Lyra looked over the rainbows at her table in the cafeteria, potato chip halfway to her lips.
Probably Rainbow Dash. I bet it was Twilight. Nah, she's too. I bet it takes every bit of willpower she has to even take her panties off the shower.
Bonbon shrugged.
You never know. I mean, it's always a quiet one. Hey, maybe it was Fluttershy. Nah, she's not gay. I can tell. You can tell. Totally.
Yeah, it was probably Rainbow Dash.
I knew it. I always knew that girl was dirty.
She's certainly shown her true colors now.
You know it's not really a good idea for teachers to talk about their students this way.
Yeah, besides, Sausage Shimmer's done nothing but help this school ever since the fall formal. She saved the world, and she's, well...
Just because a girl catches a, thing, it doesn't mean she's bad. I mean, kids do things, Even good kids.
You're right. We shouldn't.
My best friend had a top once, and she was an honor student.
So, who's Sunset?
Ladies, we shouldn't really gossip about our students.
$10 says it was Fluttershy.
You're on. I'm certain it's Applejack.
A long pause.
Is this their life now?
Celestia asked.
Seriously, is it?
We need to get laid.
The Rainbows and Twilight Sparkle stood on the landing outside of Sunset Shimmer's apartment. They looked at one another awkwardly.
So, what do you even say to her?
Applejack asked.
Oh, I have no idea.
Rarity said. She frowned.
When she hears the entire school talk about her, problem, she's gonna kill us!
Pinky moaned, her hair frizzling.
It's not our fault.
Twilight said nervously.
She'll understand that, right? It's not our fault. I don't think she'll see it that way.
Fluttershy whispered.
She's going to be so humiliated.
Rainbow Dash sighed.
Well, we better get this over with.
Taking a deep breath, she walked up the door and rang the bell. The other girls huddled behind her, trying to hide behind her like a cartoon character hiding behind a skinny tree. After a long wait, the door locks clicked and the door swung open. Sunset Shimmer stood inside wearing the heaviest tracksuit she owned, her old flame-patterned boots, and a thoroughly miserable expression. Her face and hands were covered with angry red welts. A blue crab was perched atop her head. Several small land crabs scuttled out onto the landing.
Hey guys.
She listlessly brushed a crab off her butt. It bounced on its shell, flipped over, and snapped its claws angrily. The girls looked past Sunset Shimmer. Her apartment was infested with crabs. Rock crabs, blue crabs, red crabs, snow crabs, spider crabs, fiddler crabs, crabs of every shape, size, and species. Freshwater crabs, ocean crabs, land crabs. Every inch of the floor, every sitting surface, every counter, desk, and table. As they started, a giant coconut crab crawled over Sunset's coffee table.
What the hell?
Rainbow cried, jaw dropping. Sunset's flicked the crab off her head with an annoyed grunt.
I told you before, I've got crabs,
she said. She glanced back into her apartment and sighed angrily and tiresomely.
Lots of crabs.
The girls blinked.
Oh.
Fluttershy said. She blushed.
We thought...
Rarity pulled her phone out of her purse and took several pictures of the inside of Sunset's apartment, then recorded a video of the coconut crab locked in combat with an Alaskan king crab over Sunset's TV remote. Twilight adjusted her glasses.
One question,
she said, raising a slim purple finger.
How?
Sunset blew upward on her hair and kicked a rock crab off the landing, eliciting a gasp and a reproachful stare from Fluttershy.
FedEx,
she said simply. Author's note. I slapped this together in about an hour to cheer myself up, because I was feeling crabby.